everybody. Good morning. So let me guess, nobody told me what this is, 6th grade, 5th grade? What? You guys are in 3rd and 2nd grade? I thought you were bigger than that. Holy cow. Okay, well, 2nd and 3rd grade, welcome. Good morning. I'm happy to be here. And what, I'm in Tokyo. Is this Tokyo here that you? Iwakuni. Iwakuni. I knew this was Iwakuni. I should have known that. I saw the big bridge the other day. I went out to an island. I saw a bunch of deer. Has anybody been out to that island to see all those deer? Isn't that great? They follow me too. You know what? I wanted to feed them. I didn't have any deer food with me, so I didn't feed them, but it was awesome out there. Everyone, my name is Jeff Goss, and I really am happy to be here this morning. And what I'd like to talk to you about a little bit this morning is about a book that I wrote, and that some of you are going to get after the presentation. Your teachers are going to hand them out to you. And the title of my book is Hermie and the Animals Mixed Up Ears. And I hope you can make that out on the board. And I'd also like to say thank you right now to each and every one of you, because I know you're going to listen carefully to what I have to say, and I know when I finish, you're going to have some great questions for me, okay? And I love listening to your questions. I'm going to answer just as many as I can when I finish my presentation, okay? So, while I'm talking today, please think of any questions that you have, and I'll be happy to talk to you after the presentation, all right? Well, I know that all of you wrapped up your summer vacation. I hope you had a good time. I know when I was a kid, I used to do summer vacation. I lived way out in the countryside. I lived out in farm country. I was surrounded by horses and cows and goats. I mean everything but sheep. We didn't have any sheep where I grew up. But we did have a lot of animals around me, and I grew up with a lot of pets. Do any of you have pets? Wow, a lot of you have pets. Me too, me too. I don't have a cat, I have a miniature dachshund. I have a little tiny dachshund, right? That's my pet. And her name's Bibi. She's waiting back at home for me in Nagasaki. In Nagasaki, what I do is I teach English. Now, I don't teach English to American children like you. What I do is I teach English to Japanese, okay? And a lot of them are about your age. And one thing that they like to do is they like to read. And another thing that they like to do is they like to use their imaginations, okay? And because they like to read and use their imaginations as a teacher, one thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to be able to create a book that they would be able to look at and read and enjoy, okay? And because I grew up around a lot of animals, because I've always loved animals and I've always had pets, I wanted to write a book that had a lot of animals in it. And that's what my book does, Hermie and the Animals Mixed Up Ears. Now, I know a lot of you have had pets. I've had a lot of pets. I've had some strange pets in my life. At one point, I even had a tarantula. Do you know what a tarantula is? Yeah, it's a great, big, hairy spider. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was a kid, and I got myself a tarantula. Now, I'm going to give each and every one of you a little bit of advice, okay? Before you go to a pet store and buy a tarantula, you have to talk to your mom and dad first, okay? Because believe it or not, some moms and even some dads are not happy to have a great, big, fuzzy spider in their house, okay? So before you go buy a tarantula, talk to mom and dad first, okay? But I also had some normal pets too. I didn't have any zebras or elephants like that. How many people have a pet? Does anybody have a zebra or an elephant for a pet? No? Oh, we got a couple of storytellers right here in the audience, as a matter of fact, teachers. You got to use that imagination. Well, I did love animals ever since I was a little kid. And about a year and a half ago, I decided that what I wanted to do was I wanted to write a book. Now, that sounds like a big process. That sounds like a big, complicated thing to write a book, right? But it's funny, once you start writing, sometimes you can't stop. And all of you, just like me, all of you are writers too. Because your teachers expect you to write, isn't that right? You know, you start with writing your name, and then you're working on other sentences, and pretty soon you're going to come back after summer break, and what are they going to say? They're going to say, take out a pen and paper, take out a pencil and paper, tell me about your summer vacation, right? So all of you are going to write a lot of stories before you even finish with school. So all of us in this room, we're all writers, okay? So anybody is a writer, and everybody is a writer, not just me. When I started writing this book, I was working with my computer. Can everybody use a computer? That's great. That's great. That's a great skill to have. When I started writing on this, I was using my computer,